Hello and welcome to the Streamline and Shine podcast. My name is Steff Bolton and I'm 1/3 of Bolton Virtual Solutions, a team made up of me, Mum, and my two daughters, Sam and Amy. Our family virtual assistant agency's absolute passion is helping time-poor female entrepreneurs with those ridiculously long to-do lists, because we all know how they get longer instead of shorter, so that they're able to focus on doing what they love. You're going to want to stick around if you find yourself constantly just doing this thing quickly instead of spending time with your family, or if you look at your list of tasks and feel like crying, or even if you're just simply wondering how to manage your time better and delegate to your team. We're going to be covering topics from social media to marketing, systems and processes to outsourcing, and so much more, so that you can see what's possible for you and your business. So let's get stuck in. Hello and welcome back to the Streamline and Shine podcast. Today I want to talk to you about something I call the client chaos cycle, and that is the constant loop of last minute requests, missed details, and you feeling like you're always playing catch up. You know, the one where you're buried in client work, the inbox is overflowing and you're spending more time reacting than actually running the business. And that is fucking exhausting, and it's not just stressful for you, it's silently costing you growth, because when your client delivery runs on panic instead of process, it doesn't matter how good your work is, the experience still feels messy. So today we're going to unpack why that happens, how to fix it, and how to design a client journey that actually flows. So this is what the cycle looks like. A client sends something late, so your timeline slips. Another client changes their mind about something halfway through. You're jumping between deliverables and nothing feels finished. Then someone chases an update and you spend half a day reworking things. And by Friday, you're frazzled, behind, and promising yourself that next week will be different, but it never is, because the cycle isn't the problem, the structure is. And when you don't have clear systems and expectations in place, your business runs on other people's deadlines, not your own. And that is something that we need to sort out quickly. So client problems are rarely client problems. They're usually system problems in disguise. So when boundaries aren't clear, clients will naturally push them. When timelines aren't structured, they'll send things late. When communication isn't streamlined, messages will get missed. And none of that means your clients are bad. It just means that your systems are too flimsy to hold the weight of your business. So if you're constantly firefighting, it's not because you're disorganized. It's because you're trying to run a professional service on processes that can't scale. Quick break before we dive into the fix. If you're listening to this thinking, yep, that's me, I'm always catching up, chasing my tail and never ahead, then my Back to Business Boost is built for you. It's a 6-week reset where we audit 3 of the 9 key areas of your business, including things like your client experience, systems and content, and then we fix the biggest gaps that are keeping you stuck in that reactive cycle. We'll streamline your delivery, set up smoother workflows, and repurpose your existing content so you stay visible without being glued to your laptop. So if you're ready to run your business like a well-oiled machine instead of a juggling act, hit the link in the show notes to find out more about the Back to Business Boost. Okay, here's the thing. A great client experience isn't about over-delivering or saying yes to everything. It's about consistency. When things run smoothly, your onboarding, your communication, your delivery, clients feel safe. They trust you. They refer you. And that trust is what creates repeat business and referrals. You don't build loyalty through chaos. You build it through calm, predictable systems. And once you tighten the back end of your business, everything feels easier for you and for them. So this is how we're going to redesign your client delivery. So first thing you need to do is map your journey. So write down every step of your client process from inquiry to offboarding. So where are the handovers? Where are the bottlenecks? That's where your fix needs to start. Then the next step is to automate and standardize. So use templates, use forms, use workflows for recurring tasks. You shouldn't need to be reinventing the wheel every time someone books in. Step 3 is to communicate your boundaries early, and I cannot emphasize this enough. Set expectations around turnaround times, response hours and times, and feedback windows. Clients can only respect boundaries that they actually know exist. And I can tell you this from experience. I've had clients before who have messaged me at 10 o'clock on a Friday evening asking for something to be done by the morning. It can't happen. It just can't happen. So you need to make sure that they're in your contract. You need to make sure that those boundaries are set and communicated as early as possible in the relationship with your client. So then you need to review and refine. Your client process isn't static. Check it quarterly. What's working? What's a bit clunky? Just tweak it as you grow. So if you've been running on client panic instead of client process, this is your wake-up call, hopefully, because firefighting might get the job done, but it won't get you the growth, the freedom, or the reputation that you deserve. So this week, take one step, map your client journey, set one new boundary, or automate one recurring task. A little goes a long way with things like this, and you will soon notice the shifts that you are making in your business so that you can move from reactive to reliable. So that is the end of this week's episode. I hope it has been helpful and, as always, a little bit of an eye-opener, because that's what I like doing. And I will see you in the next one. And until then, keep streamlining and shining. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Streamline and Shine. If you have questions on what we covered inside, please feel free to reach out to us on Instagram at Bolton_virtual_solutions, or you can email us at teambolton@boltonvirtualsolutions.co.uk. We absolutely love hearing from our amazing community and are always here to support you. If you'd like to be interviewed on a future episode, please drop us an email letting us know which topic you'd like to speak about, and we'll get back to you. See you on the next episode, lovelies.